All right, guys, so you've made it home. Going home is a relief, but at the same time, it can be a little overwhelming.
Ooh, all right. Woo. This is light work. Come on, spill the tea. Yeah. Ooh.
You know, you get sent home with a ton of different medications. As you can see, I'm outside today. I actually just want to get out and enjoy the weather. But I wanted to finish up this segment as far as the heart surgery goes. So you get sent home with all the medication, and it's a little bit of a panic because you don't have that, I guess you want to call it safety net. So you don't have that safety net with you, but by being in the hospital. It's okay, stay calm, and we're gonna get through it together. The things that I would suggest that you do have at home, or either prior to surgery or when you get home, have somebody go out and get you a pulse ox. Pulse ox is something that you want to monitor, make sure your oxygen levels are not getting any lower, and it would be a good idea to get a blood pressure machine. You can find these at any pharmacy. They're relatively inexpensive. Blood pressure machine, probably running around $60, $70, but it's well worth it. More than likely, your surgeon's probably going to tell you you should probably monitor that for the next, however many weeks. And for me, I still check it from time to time just to see how I'm doing. But for you, it is important. The pulse ox is something you definitely want to pay attention to. I'm not saying you have to do it every 10 minutes or anything like that, but I would definitely recommend, if you feel like you're having a hard time breathing, I would say check your pulse ox. If your pulse ox continues to drop, that's a point in time where you should get a hold of your medical team. That could be a sign of many different things. I really don't want to get into it because I'm not a medical professional and I'm not here to give medical advice. But I will tell you from my experience, you definitely want to monitor the pulse ox. Even though breathing going home can be difficult, and yes, it still can be painful from time to time, but it's going to get better fairly quick at this point. You've gotten over the biggest hump of the whole surgery. So going home is definitely a pro. If your pulse ox, getting back to it, I can't stress to you how important it is. If your pulse ox drops, you want to get to the emergency room, and you want to have them or you get a hold of your medical team to determine what's going on. Rest. Definitely rest. It's much more comfortable to rest at home. Some things I would kick in there as far as any type of things that you should have at home would be a wedge pillow. All right, sorry about that. Seems like the weather wasn't really cooperating with me. Wind started kicking up and I didn't want it to interfere with the video, so I had to get back in my vehicle. Going back to it, wedge pillow. Wedge pillow would be a good thing, I would say, to have. Just kind of get you propped up. Adjustable bed, great thing. And if you can, or if you already have one, a recliner. Recliner is going to be your best friend. Laying down is not the most comfortable. So give it time. Give your body time to heal. Do your walks. If you do go up steps or you have to go up steps, make sure somebody is behind you that can kind of help support you as need be. Those are one of the things you definitely want to have. So just make sure you have somebody with you. As far as at home, more than likely they're going to send like an occupational therapist to visit you at home to see what your progress is. And they may send an in-home nurse. So take advantage of that, let them know. And if you have any questions, obviously they're going to answer them. If you are single and by yourself, try to have a friend or a family member at least be with you for, I would say, the first week, at least for a week, just to where you can start to feel a little more comfortable. They can help, get your medicine organized. And especially when you're being discharged from the hospital, you want someone that's going to be there to listen and write down everything that they want you to do. I would assume most hospitals are going to have everything written down for you. Don't be surprised if you get home from the hospital with like 20 or 30 different medications. They're probably going to send you home with some Lasix. It's going to, make you use the restroom, get the rest of the fluid out of you, just a whole multitude. But it really depends on what surgery you had done. As far as comfort levels, do what's comfortable. Don't push yourself. That's the big thing. Keep your walks up. The walking is really the most important thing. When you're comfortable, take a walk down to the end of your driveway. Do that a few times a day, and then push yourself a little bit further. Maybe go down to the driveway, turn left or right, and go a few steps. Just make sure you don't overdo it to the point where you get so far, but you're not going to make it back. So it all turns into a comfort thing, and everybody's different. For me, it took me a few minutes. It really did. So just make sure you take that time. But watch your incision. Make sure you don't see any redness, pus, anything weird. If you do, get a hold of your medical team. Shower. I would suggest, just for safety's sake, to have like a shower chair. Sometimes being in a steamed environment like that, and all the medication you're on and everything you just went through, you can get dizzy pretty fast. It's no big deal. Just sit down and take a shower. You will be allowed to get your incision wet for the most part, and just do what they tell you as far as that goes. For me, I was able to let water hit it, but I wasn't allowed to keep it saturated with water. When you're done going for a walk, go in, relax, take a nap. Same thing at the hospital. Walk, take a nap. Walk, take a nap. You don't want to push yourself too much. If you push too hard, you could potentially cause yourself a problem and end up back in the hospital. Nobody wants that. So just do what you can and don't push too much. Some people, they ask can I lift anything? Do what your doctors tell you. Do what the occupational therapists recommend. Those are the things that you want to pay attention to. And if you have questions, just ask them. They'll tell you. As it pertains to sleeping, for me, I slept best in a recliner. I slept in a recliner for probably 3 or 4 weeks. That was what was comfortable for me. After that, I do have an adjustable bed, so getting that uprighted position gave me that extra comfort up until the point where I would start to lower it a little bit more and more and more and more. Do what's comfortable. If you feel like you're starting to panic because you're getting down and you're like, oh my God, I can't breathe, then don't push it. Just stop where it's comfortable and relax. If you feel like you can push it down just a little bit more, do what's comfortable. Don't overdo it. The last thing you want to do is end up back in the hospital because you pushed yourself too far. Diet restrictions. Follow whatever your medical team tells you to do. For me, I didn't have any medical restrictions or as far as food. I could eat whatever I wanted. I didn't have cardiovascular disease. Mine really stemmed from having an aneurysm and having to have my aorta fixed or replaced. Some other questions that I see pop up on forums here and there, or friends, coworkers ask me, when am I going to feel better? I would say on the average, give yourself a good solid 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, you're probably going to return to work. May feel a little weak. That's normal. Just talk to your employer. Let them know, hey, I'm not feeling good, or I can only work this much amount of time, and they need to work with you, and hopefully they will. I can't stress this part of it enough. If you feel like something is wrong, you are your biggest advocate through this entire process. Nobody else can feel what you're feeling. So if something feels like it's wrong, get a hold of your heart team, get a hold of your medical team, get a hold of your primary doctor. Reach out to somebody. Don't just sit there and wait for something to be catastrophically wrong where you wind up back in the hospital. So stay in touch with your team if something feels wrong. Things that I would typically see within myself as far as making me a little nervous. Heart rate, a regular heartbeat may be, something to keep an eye on. Based on what I've been told, the human heart does not like to be touched by hands. So is it common for you to have an irregular heartbeat for a little while? Probably. If it seems to get out of control, again, reach out to your heart team. Reach out to your medical provider. Get the help that you need. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I really want to hear from you. It's important to me. I want you to know that I'm here with you. I'm not just leaving you out here to dry on your own. I'm right here with you. So leave me a comment and throw out suggestions. If you're someone that's watching this video and you've been through it, throw in your own suggestion. It helps everybody. Once you've gone through this entire process, things in life typically change for you mentally. You start to look at things differently. At least I did. And how I really value life. I think we all take life for granted. I think that's a normal thing that we all just expect to wake up the next day. But for me, it was a life-changing event. And for you, it may be as well. Please like, subscribe, and share this video for anybody out there. It means a lot to me. I'm trying to, help people navigate through this process and know that they're not alone. Follow my next video. We're going to start breaking down how to prepare yourself to live a better lifestyle and to prepare to retire. I've learned a lot about retirement in the last 4 or 5 months. I'm getting to a point in age where I needed to change things and I didn't know what to do. And I have a pension, but once I really looked at it, it put me into a state of panic of like, am I gonna have enough to actually survive on retirement? So stay tuned and we're gonna get into that as well.